Yamakwa baby afi enye brani mungwa ensem no ankasem yen hyase emfa frigana mampanyine na nado dankwa Akufo Addo na kache ne nei opanyine kogina simpie ni apaso e wo man mu mmahye bedwafie e de nsem kokoto dwa ne nyina state of the nation address ne wo de atodwa sa de enye nenye nipa wonye nso sabi wukura ne saman so enye into wasrepa sa vigilantism emema edom ye tutura sem wo man mu amanyofo ene di muntintima pipini andi se amanyoko wonka wo homom sabi waba komade no wo hwe na animanimu ya wontu ase Amamra Constitution ne fine Article 67 and Mampanyin Jina so Kojina Mrashabedwafo nim de oman gina pen etoye nanim. Ne nkasa mu no ene ode tu dwa se nanseni amon ho de bia ekoso abetia ne se nipa bia gina man yekodi mu akotoso tuo ama bia hwere ono nkwa ma bi nso prepare no yade asiesi ano. Wose ne ka ne poto kasa mu vigilantism ekoso e wo oman mu bebrebe no. Etesa man yeku akase mienu wo oman mu NPP ene NDC mpanyin fortenase no no hwese obetu sa vigilantism no ase. Omampanyin washe NPP amanyoku no mpanyinfo so wontwe kratan koma NDC mpanyinfo no nyina rantena se ento adwene wokon obefa so obesi sa vigilante no ano.
The events of last Monday in Kumasi, where a meeting of the national and regional executives of the opposition National Democratic Congress was broken up by acts of violence, leading to the tragic death of a citizen, have reinforced the urgent need for us to find that path. I want to use the platform of this message to make a sincere, passionate appeal to the leaders of the two main political parties in our country, MPP and NDC, to come together as soon as possible, preferably next week, to agree on appropriate measures to bring an end to this worrying and unacceptable phenomenon of vigilantism in our body politic. Mr. Speaker, I have asked the leadership of the NPP to extend an invitation to the leadership of the NDC for such a meeting. The security services of the country will be on standby to assist this meeting.
Nana Akufo Addo to say, near what can you simply share a manambe moi, or no Casabedino, my 2 year dear man and so a goose have vigilantino.
If voluntary disbandment by the parties is not feasible, then I will initiate legislation in the matter.
Nabi Mampanyini edine nemu nsem etu dwawie no adom kase ama ne bofo enim na hyebedwafo bi etwetwe nkomo a wonom so de sansemi etu dwa
timu say ne kasa no eyenkabomu kasa ne kasa no oka about security oka all the sectors anamon a o2 about free SHS planting for food and jobs one district one factory oka ni nyina na ne na ewo empempenso na Ghana fo nso ehwehwe so obeka ho asem waka men's gold ho asem owie yen so wasan aka eye by election violence esi wo ho ene nhwehwemu a wo ye ene se ono asi ne bo se sa ne ma na wo se yejai e wo ya manyo semu
ba sectorial development asuye bia modern ba sabi ye bon wo ho for the first time ene ye hwa first na nko bia beti ya se ye kakra duane free bokna ne de ba ye kakra duane free Togo ene ye momu no ba yire ne bode ne ade ye nyina ne de ekọ ho enti we no na kire oman ahokeka ene enija ye de so ni policies are or by planting for food and job.
Yamakwa baby afi ye to aso ne ada ye ni akọ ensem fufuru ma eneyi Ghana mampanyine na nado dankwa Akufo Addo de abetu dwa wose abosoba ne beja paye ntie ne ekupie mo dagba asundwe kan a etimi akoso ho ne ye hyemu kenade a na afi Independence Day sonko kra ibedin ye de kupie mo atifido mantoma hinkru Tamale na afi etimi aboa amobi ehunsampa sa asundwe baya na aba setena Sebeye na asumdwa pama akoso Dagbon party mu mantifi mantimu betumi nyina so nti omampanyin na dankwa Akufo Addo de atudwa se afi amamra ye beye e de ahye fa kai bread nya afa hodie no omantifi mantimu ahinkro Tamale ene ye beye amane ma omanmu afa hyekase no ye beye no ho omampanyin se de edi kan kra ni a ye yi independence afidida no efri oman ya ahinkro enkranmu e de akọ baby foforo akwakodie ni.
The Minister for Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs intends to use the momentum of the Dagbon settlement to tackle the other protracted chieftaincy disputes in the country, hopefully, for resolution. Mr. Speaker, in order to reinforce and support the process of reconciliation and the restoration of peace in Dagbon, I have decided that this year, the official 62nd Independence Day celebration will be held in Tamale on 6th March. This will be the first time in our nation's history that the celebration is being held outside of our national capital of Accra, and I'm very much looking forward to it.
Nation said the Kenya, Yedi independent of Didano Ecobia for Fra Tamalifo, and Nanti, Yanamana for Abdul Rauf, and Ne or Manfo no Tamale Hobby to sing Comoa, almost a show and an EGA, Ewan Semoa, or Mampenini Akanon.
Independence and rest about no for the past 8 years. I should be in double land. Until I probably said, card, the way to promote any the eminent chief, or to Atlas of a path of Yamada, and then Nata went over about come on, Mamma should be not after that.
I need to say, I feel independent ever to the Muha. Then it's soy, federal. Let's say a man pennyphone in Nagan and pennyphone never be shame of Program. I am who be that. But a broso, and yes, so fine, there will be a so.
Independence Day no the band, because as some Diaba Kuruma, I had my boko, which in another what the Baha at the die, and for any both in Asia, but the Badomasia, a Shenyango point when I was so Kuruma, some Diaba and Eddie Winnie Bar, Kumasu crime, who saw my view order, near the Batamedi, and another I had the pass or the Independence Day or the Abba.
Independence, Maratama work and because I really the northern region. Labin, you had the Raban Nanga. Ama this and then Nanka, the Panya, Yana Pelma, the Chota Yella Taka, Iran Labin, you had a Pakan, Kana, those are the fire from Nancharangal.
Yefri Tamale na fe yemem piem ewan kran kropon mu ne ne mampanyine de atodwa wo so ye Ghana ne de hye ka obi de adanse obeka no kropa wutwetwa wani kurukuru e wo man mu na hwe man mu two no ene nantwia so ene monten so a utum sa honidie ho nsem afa ne ntema fem efra pa na ne nyina da state of the nation address ho ene ode nsem ikotodwa
Omanpenyi na Danko Akufo Addo kasafa ahunidie hu na ose oman yi mu yakon akwa enim papa ne behia so se ebeyire ehun sade ebeya ahunidie be mu yetumpon e wa pomden ekwan so na Akufo Addo se na ban ba ye wa yebi na bekoso aya ma ye na pomden hu nsem odi mu e wo ahunidie hu.
The cost of clearing and cleaning up our cities and towns after those who litter has become prohibitive. The littering habit seems to be more predominant in the cities and urban areas and mercifully largely absent in the villages. Last year, I reiterated before you my pledge of improving sanitation in the country and making Accra the cleanest city in Africa by the end of my term. I said by the end of my term. Mr. Speaker, there has been a significant improvement in sanitation, even though I acknowledge more can be done. However, this is currently the state of play. We've witnessed an increase in the coverage of solid waste management from 16% to 53%. And over the course of last year, 35,862 household toilets were built, as opposed to 1,698 in 2016. We'll intensify our efforts at making Accra a clean city.
na mampanyini kasa wie no esanse nyansa eri ba kufu trimunti na me kumi trimu prunti etisi mountains na Adom TV kasa ye ne Ghana adehye bia twetwe nkomo so state of the nation address o mampanyini de adikuta no wa kenkan akye Ghana adehye wa wo hweye wa wo ti omai mu sedi osika no ene sedi osi hu no no e adi boabra ana asesa pepepe nete eno so wo manfo kye wa adwene efa no
ensem wa Ghana adehye bi to ye na mane bofo kojo mensa abrampa animu no na efo man gina pen hu nkontebu a na danko Akufo Addo kobu no mahye bedwem de kire Ghana fo no ho ne bi ma woni nya akonya ene Adom kasa ye no ensemi atudwa
oba ne mrasui wotuma hwe ane ahemfofo ne penifo Ghana na akabom ade yi atuye amana yana awo Tamale de to so biem osin tokontoko awo parties emu aye NDC MPP other parties vigilantes groups na dadina wasi next week omu na be hia no hwe san na ne aka na so atwa ebi nsi oman mu biem de to so kan man ye me de physical sam IMF aye April IMF be free oman so amagana ya friend to pefra yes ka sam ejuna ye
ya toma kama nemu ne aye me de titiri pa ye Western Region aye nya Western North aye ne watete Western ama Western Region so ya de ho ye nya na senchechima aba because first in the night one paint bia takradi see ade ama see amputu aba Western na bia so edwuma so koso to free education mia me hwe ne koso ama mrantiwa ne mabo MP etimi akọ school tambia obebusi obi se na utimi ko school asia ma ko school oflo bibusa na tambia na chese free education na do ba ya obebi sa ade no ama Ghana mrantiwa ne mabo ni na obi etimi
osi transportation train asem bekoso afi teachers amojumo bekoso
Nesia ne sen no a yebo apro wo man yefa na nyinara eje Ghana fo no mu nsem ne wo hwe ne mu so mampani beka ne nti yesato yensantwefo pete ya wono di amane boyi ebre yen yana mane bofo Isaac no manyo ene ebinum kasaye ewo boase
kwa na wosire mu na Ghana fo ma ye kosim podipa ne ntimi nko podipa zad ne ma osiesie ye ne adepa ma ne nya ntimi kosim podipa kototo ne ma bayire ene nam bibia timi de bekuma sele ne oboase nyina ma me kama to nti baya ade pa ya kwa no school owusu a school na bi timi education bi timi pa tisi anya ban a waba twene nkwala hu se nkwala nko school free akura ni wia wo ko training akoye degree pleko na wanya na body class ekuta na je saban no wo ya ade e wose ye bo na baso ye nyina ede mpabo etai aban na chi
ye mention campaign se so say vigilante groups ananse MPP any NDC obia won the task force or they we ukuo no me saban se so bitu mo na ni nko saade no sikan no ho pa na ye hwe mra de be hye saade mo bitu agya saade no eno be twetwe ko aba Ghana man
Dominic Donyina ene adehye bi a wono obrekum de twenkomo a wono so kasafa o mampanyini nsem wo de tudwa no ho
pe ensem a wo de bae na pina na ye pina so ye repetition of ensem a the previous state of the nation address or moka wo mu besides me being a student at College of Education there make I say be school free December mo be pen samri anya hwe se bia ho check akra wo ho ke hwe so be ka bibi afa ya allowance ne ho se ne ana o chena na yense ka ene ne ade ana ye hwe ye wie ye me na me PRO school a ni ba bebre bisa me ena o ka allowance ne ho asem o ka allowance ne ho asem na so wanka bibi amfa ho ntie
anka o adwuma ba se ne be ya ye nso a ye ti gan ye ore ya ye craft fie se ba be ya adwuma no ye ba be nya bebi a che ye botom na e di akọ won titi no maso ma petrol no brebia no ma isoro na ekọ
wotakrade afemu nso ye nua be ma lo tewia ene Ghana de hye bi e wo ho etwetwe nkomo
o me che bibia baby o ma fine baby so ma na wa kakra na de san Ghana na isenya maloko no enyo ne na wo begina TV do kaka chen no kra na isenya Ghana state of security no kudu no enyo ne mo wali no parliament here wall boy sim we
market secretary Dagbon said in the Akufo Addo president kasa about ekupekuma NDC na MPP we show na warrior on fata amen if am yenya de o ka lo bobu omo gugu dem starting force na hawks na dia on gugu ma dia
yenyina wosne home so my bad ya kind of dos ni nyina da ye de bebrom Yamba kwa baby wiase mansan nyina daji Adom TV station ba ko pe Adom TV kase dem for iguso aye kenkan ma mo yenko yanim dia na enei wosoafo a wono ene hwede obo ho nsam so na kache ene egbawura se surudu na nei wode abeto monten se nipa bi ka sa ase wo mampanyine ka se MPPND se manyoko yenka mom na vigilante groups yentwem no wanhwe ana anko yi wose betimi aye pa nti efa gidie enta twa yempia se de be ya wo mampanyine na de srede no ebetimi abamu.
I've heard the chairman of the National Democratic Congress express similar sentiments. Yes. Why do you doubt, say, the two parties that today have been fingered in this enterprise, whose leadership are all literally saying that this thing is dangerous and must be dealt with, cannot come to a conclusion? It is possible. Try it. And he's saying as early as possible, by next week, get around the table and explore how to do it. But if you are able to do it, you may not need legislation against it. Because there are parts of it that are, like we have always said, pure criminal activity. Agrodina nkwalani dino. Bi ohwa etiamra specifically, and then non emra ohwa any need. But if the mere fact to say omo ewosa ikuku ibimu anka ordinarily problem any hono, and no crampo ne was say no ye shemra de bania. Say mon to me and cure Mwanka Samuel na he's willing to initiate legislation. I think say 1 week any problem. Let's give ourselves the opportunity. It is possible, say, Mpenifoni be show leadership. Atnasa ka say, kai, adewi, the twaso ayemano, enko bebia. Voluntarily. And already, I mean, say, who signs from the chairman of the NDC, and you've heard the president, who is also, may I say, the leader of the New Patriotic Party, make this commitment. So it is very possible.
Every vigilante groups and sense na for yani enchemu e watoye mantem na niema wana group no mo titini ani twetwo wuro ni pian koma ne abatan hodo bia and somehow won wayo ye che ye mo de ne pa ne nyina da ene sem kwada miensa nipa bonefo tabiri wusi ye de akwache Nigeria ne de share waye ye kwani wo boye treke shot ye adanko da do krokro de John ne ade no wo mo se ye fan kwada na mranti sade wo ne mpanifo e wo bi kapa.
Emma woni do mun sentrefo nka bom ko wa atoye mantemu ni awofo bi ni mu a womba akwakodi nsensemamu obra nipa bonefo de wona si a ya hwe wo mo aye nsanka wono aye ye kire nanante wo sekanim monten so a wode wona nimu nsem akoto atoye mantemu so afo anim se ni wono hwehwe afri won che no onyemboa wonom adehye bia no kan ye kire ye no ho ene adom kase etutwe nkomo a wono kire mu se ye no kresa ratafo bi ono babatedi e wo man mu na afa nkoda no numum ede wona akosie ne ehu wo mu dia na ni ban into anamo ewo ho Nigeria for mugu ye memra tapa le ba se mi bin se da fi so wa tuna ye fu anko ana Ghana ye nto ababio anti ye nwa abio no ye nwa me papa ye me nanu mo ko school ani ye nku na nda ye mi dey nku na ye wu gboku ye tare ba no ko nku na anti o ko na aban aba me Nigeria for wo bokwa no. 2018 to today, February, the first victim, Prez Blessing, she has been missing for almost 189 days. That is very worrying. We don't know how far the families can cry for before they can get to them. So that is why we are doing this, adding our voices to the families, for them to feel belong, for them to feel loved, that they live in a society which cares for them. Chino, Okopiemu, our Western Regional Coordinating Council, Mahono, Era Josephine Amo, and Okinkan when Numun Samoa, what they call Mantemuni Swafua, Ura Mike Ata Ojia, or non Coordinating Director, Gina Mantemuni Swafua name, Eji Edema Wonum.
The police, we believe, have done and are still doing their best in unraveling the mystery surrounding the kidnappings. But we believe a well-structured and intensified plan will lead to the rescue of the kidnapped girls. The little flow of information to the family on the progress of investigation into the whereabouts of the girls has also taken a great toll on them and the larger community.
Yabe home so aba nansa yabe home so aba na ema no mo yira ya che yen ko hwe ma ne mra akapanyi bi ba de wi akasa ameke hu mo aden na motiti ukuma sa ye na homa empomudi mo nsam ye body ewuram dia State of the Nation address and then woman penny work aside from Pomdi one some nanesma working in other and it's a national health insurance. se na nipa bi adwen yomo se egu a ene yi afara ntoma pefra ama samre du bunchina na naso te se konkom ne agyan ni nyina da ene se wahyem kina wahyem dudu atum nkyene a bibia ekono wano
Omanpanyin na Danko Akufo Addo kyeremu a National Health Insurance ahyɛdeɛ no kwasɛm ni na ɛka wɔ ho nti ɛma dodoɔ no ara no kwa yasabe yɛsie mu onnu no ebi enya na sɛdeɛ bɛɛ na botai park ne manpanyin Akufo gyina so de health insurance ne baayɛ no ebetumi edi mu oni nti na ban akotua ɛka ɛsom Ghana cedis no ɔpepepe baako no ɔpepe mienu 1.2 billion a na akɔyɛ ade soa asensen National Health Insurance dwumadie no kɔn mu Omanpanyin sɛ ebra wɔn watua ɛkai mu bebree no ɛbɛboa ma wɔn no kwa sabia no nnura yɛ so no nya ɛne yare bi mpo akane na yɛntumi hwɛ ne nyinaa no wɔn atumi atu ho anamo.
Today, our national health insurance scheme is buoyant. Government has paid up the 1.2 billion arrears we inherited and brought the operations of the NHIS back to life. On 19th December 2018, the introduction of mobile renewal of membership was launched. Since then, there have been on average 70,000 members renewing their membership every week by dialing *929# on any mobile network.
What was to say? Na banyasan de akonye bia beto a yeba befa o manfo a wono enya ntete wa pomde nwumedie mu a ebeboa manipa be sempem 24,000 enya akonya e wa pomde bia ye aye adwuma agi amanfo nkwa.
In September 2018, the Ministry of Health received further financial clearance to employ 14,524 nurse assistants, clinical and preventive. These nurse assistants belong to the tranche that passed their exams in 2016 from government health training institutes and have commenced work by 1st February 2019. The Ministry of Health is working to obtain financial clearance for the recruitment of the 2017 and 2018 graduates.
Enya no ko na Ghana manpanyin na Danko Akufo Addo wode tudwa wasanso twemu se adankora hodo enkankan sabia abandada no esie nyina da wo hwe no awie se de be ya bitumi aboa amampomde ho nsem akonkan.
The health delivery system will be significantly strengthened by the expected arrival in June of 275 ambulances, i.e. one per constituency, to make treatment of emergency cases more effective. Drone technology has also been introduced into that system to help deliver essential medicine, blood, and blood products to remote communities. We still face problems of inadequate infrastructure in our health establishments. We have problems of numerous structures at various stages of completion that cannot be finished and brought into use because newer structures are being started and there's no money to finish the ones started earlier. To speak again, this is a long-standing problem that is a mark of our underdevelopment. We will not ignore or sweep the problem under the carpet. We're dealing with it and we will complete them. Ghana's hard-working nurses and doctors will do their best, as they have always done, to make sure we get the best health care. But it behoves on each one of us to look after ourselves better.
Yawme soma yeba yebekwa kohwe adwadi mu nsam. Adwadi mu nsam yebo edi egrom dia nsam aba beto monten so mampanyin dada John Dramani Mahama Yohani Wine. Say embra wo koba nyina da Fanta Dramani man fans James to aso ne ade nyina da na me Thomas wo mode wo mo kaska do san na eyeka wo panyin tua ne to abojai eto ho yenkode enkofa ne nchemu wo adwadi mu nsam no. Oman so for be di che ohwa kwantimpon nsam so no munyamfo ni kwate Titus Glover
ɛde ato dwa sɛ kane mampanin John Dramani Mahama ne NDC aban ɛyɛ ahwɛkan ma Metro Mass Transit adwuma no wɔnom bɔka a ɛsom Ghana cedis no pepe baako no ɔpɛhɛnum 1.5 million na nsɛm wɔde to yɛ namane bɔfoɔ Prince Owusu asi edu animu no ɔkyerɛ mu a sɛ kaa na ɛda hɔ no aban ɛntu ho anamɔ anhwɛ sɛ ɔbɛboa ama Metro Mass ɛnya ne nyina soɔ deɛ a na kyɛ sɛ adwuma no na ne guo kwan so a ɛna ɛsie no wɔsɛ a na ɔdi ho yaw sɛ yɛnum nyinaa akyi no NDC amanyɔkuo no matumi nya akokoduro ka nsɛm bi a wɔkyerɛ sɛ wɔn mmom ɛna ɛyɛ ɔman yi wɔbrɛ a wɔnim paa sɛ wɔn asɛe ɔman Ghana
mene woka sɛ yɛba yɛafe na yɛpagya Metro Mass ɛka wɔne di ɛwɔ hɔ no ano ɔde ɛka no wɔ de nim papapapapa sɛbe amanfoɔ kɔ high bus na yɛntuaka even our own political friends mene woka sɛ wɔn di ka the NDC party edi Metro Mass ka 1.5 million Ghana cedis individual Miami colleagues members of parliament bi use buses act MD no catch them say what throw on letters among timeline did it patch them say and no any major manakof they toss me no so workers ni bi no emboye and na make us we shall revenue everybody nyano na sabi emba company no e ko amanfo kotoko where you are yes no who work na wo na wo say juma because sky was saying but because at the end of the day no who person improve salary and who person improve conditions service and now say sky was here back whether it is luggage charges and it is normal fare na say you Jesus can na ye di fa fanchenya eduma na yebu and the eduma bia memble mi aban esuma na ye ko workers bi edi wo ho no e ya dia wo say ehwe so eninti na foforo na ye di ye ba minister Nimiaka was entitled global adiba kwa me pese en say it was here yen performance contract because bus na ye di be show some who bus na say wa wo dia so we hwe so year that e be kon kan dia and who sign performance contract bi bia be si bus e be bisa
Anything emunsem enono ene yekoya yekofa na Ghana mampanyine na nado danko Akufo Addo wo mafo se ne free semens would buy no panyine wonka ho hwe wo panyine ayemum wo panyine ayidi ene wato na num to State of the Nation address men's gold in sensem wakasa found.
The banking sector has emerged stronger from these developments, has begun to re-inspire confidence in this. In all this, I've been anxious that our local banks are helped and given as much support as possible, which has been done. But I will not be on the side of criminal behavior if that is discovered. I would urge that we are all patient for the investigations to be made in a calm manner. Again, while I'm on the subject of rogue activities in the banking sector, this is probably the time to mention the men's gold debacle. This is a tragic phenomenon that appears to have occurred in plain sight and affected a lot of people in spite of warnings from official institutions. As the authorities try to unravel the intricacies of what happened, I admonish all Ghanaians to learn the necessary lessons for the future, even as state institutions work to bring a resolution to the matter, and those who are seen to indulge in criminal activities are brought to justice. Last week, I inaugurated the Presidential Financial Stability Advisory Council, an interinstitutional consultative coordination body which groups together all the regulators of our financial system and whose purpose is to advise the President on the measures to be taken to preserve the stability of the financial system. The existence of such a body would have forestalled the emergence of the men's gold saga and will make it difficult in future for any such scheme to get off the ground.
Men's gold is and some no mama dream some penny when you want no so 200 minimum a foot to no see for the free. You better in one you buy a book of her ago so and some. I will cancel when some more and from room the Ghana Mampanian and Adonko Akufo Addo was the All African Games. Ghana Pesi GC Abetri so by 2023. Bobabi Sisi Adam Krahodo was said a cobase a brain reader, and yes, I feel any bebo abium nimum near Bobo and who yes and so more one and Penina's own question.
Mr. Speaker, Ghana won last year the bid to host the 13th All-Africa Games. With the opportunity to upgrade sporting infrastructure in the country and position our nation as a preferred destination for the development of sporting disciplines on the continent. We began renovating and upgrading our sporting infrastructure, such as the Accra and Cape Coast Sports Stadia and the Azuma Nelson Sports Complex in Kaneshie, and a complete refurbishment of sports facilities across the country. Funds have also been released for the completion of the University of Ghana Sports Stadium, started by the Akufo-led MPP government, but abandoned soon after 2009. The Ghanaian people are also expectant of a return to normalcy of all football-related activities as soon as possible, and the Normalization Committee is working to ensure that they meet the March deadline.
Yanko ensemfu from na kwesi ade di yanim kotoko ene enkana a mo free Zambia de bebo ani e wo bi manso na ni nyina ye Confederation Cup a empanyfo de ahyehyɛ so ne no e na Maxwell baako a wo no wo midfielder Adma Kumasi Asante kotoko krobia metema waba monti aba be twem sɛ wo bi manso de na so nya de obegyeja wo kututu mete no e de wo enkana fo no ama anya hwekra no enkunibie de wo betabiri e de abepiem wo mayimu
in shooting there because and the same like the football and so the playing body and the technical team and the money maybe in BB you prepare could do, and then we've worked so very hard to this point, so we can't just give up and then lose certain games. We are going all out to win our 3 maximum points and then make our supporters happy. The extra one so I'm going to bomb pie man number Sunday so some fan pa one day China in him say didn't the dada. And I have answered because he didn't that, but just say a number match and say drew up. You should expect something, nice and then very good.
Krobia Rufia Sante Kotoko, nene midfielder bako, Maxwell bako, and on said you Manucho producer papa, and to think of said you didn't need to recover Mutis and your combo chrono. Munsem, Yana was near Fau Kensi Munsem, is a setting di Cacano, producer, your Bobo Bibiano, edited by Sergio Manucho. Atrese a man of bonus samranesa manu na just the trada no de he ya sorry so ba ye ba ye de akabe to aso eni jide mun sam ye de bebro ne mo meka wo say atare hwemi se be ofede a menim say fe so Abacus creation na da menti my searching police no me say wada baby a wokobia say okọ wedding say okọ yie baby a wo be sha tade be ko bia wo mokwatere kwa de Abacus na so pamata de ma wo number be frɛ 0201513275 0201513275 ye boy wem de Ghana mapanyine de atodwa say ebe obi akono no ofiri ne mamu abo mem so ba be hwene nso ade a o se Ghana fo so ye ahohoye ye hwe hunu so ye bedi kromuni se de ebe ya obi bo mamu obetumi nyansempa akoka e wona man so e de afọ man ho
Ene ena Ghana man panyine ekọ emahye bedwafie na okokenkan State of the Nation address no ede kire se ne Ghana hanum yetibia esitie na oman panyine ede nsem bebre ena tuudwa emu bi ena wo kire se Ghana hanum tourism ebetimi akọnanim paade a ejina Ghana manfo so wo kire mu se ye woniama bebre wo hanum a eboa etwe amanfo efiri nkura hodo so ema wonum eba Ghana memu na so omoba na siem na yenimu kusu yeduane enye de enwum papa bi kura emmo ema wonum eninya enya de wonum kwa obeka bibi mpo ede achi afoforo ama wonum so aba oman Ghana mu bi enunti se Ghana ha yen tourism ebetimi akonanimu di a enne wo se Ghana manfo nso ye ya femu di yie se ne be ya ebetwe afoforo ede aba hanom.
The Speaker, the greatest attraction of our country is its people. Yes, we have castles and forts, we have waterfalls and dramatic mountain ranges, we have breathtaking beaches and historical sites that reduce visitors to strong emotions. But it is the people of Ghana and our welcome attitude that are the strongest attractions to visitors. We should never forget that we all have a responsibility to make visitors to our country feel welcome. In this year of return, when we have invited the world to visit, I would urge each one of us to make a special effort to make a visit to our country a memorable one.
Nebra or the State of the Nation address no ebe no Maame Catherine Afeku ya wono and our Minister for Tourism and Culture no yene no ekasai.
Say yeah ya wo creative we only say State of the Nation mo ntai emo yedin but no crane o say boy papa abaso boy yedin nyoma be nine enum bia wo boss no ama creative art force o mani age say State of the Nation ko yabem.
Anything sapepepe was for any normal befaso ebitima boama no makonka ni nyina ene ekoya ekofaye no na yewie dia na mekai wo se ediam jeso eye obidum bie kwaku edukum se di tibia adomdom ya yebesanso ehia biu anything ochina da yense nhia ne ensum ne fa kase papa emro yakra wo nyina